And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Or should I say good afternoon, good morning, good night, depending on where you're tuning in from.
Don't go to bed, though.
I'm joined by the panel for the season finale of The Sixth Sense. And sorry that we had to cancel it yesterday. Got caught up at work because of how busy we were. Couldn't find a parking space to do the podcast. So yeah, here we are. I thought it was better today anyway because of because it's after the Champions League final. So yeah, how are you all doing today?
Not too bad. We finished fifth.
Yeah, all right.
So, yeah. Actually, as a person, I'm not that good in terms of my legs because I've got a condition called chronic venous insufficiency. So I have to live with it. I played football. I was kicked in the legs a lot. So I have to live with it. And I'm not letting it beat me. I'm not letting it beat me.
Were you an attacker during
I was an attacking midfielder, Cam.
Now yeah.
You get fouled a lot. Even by women. Yeah, because Nippon, I played in the boys' team at my school. They chose me. So I was the only girl in my school at Drayton School who was playing in the boys' team. And they said, Ellie, you're better than all the boys, you're in. I'm not saying I said that. I'm saying my teacher said that. So I'm not being a big head. If anybody thinks that, I'm quite a humble.
Oh
lady.
no, absolutely never, Ellie.
You know what I mean? I'm quite a humble lady when I get going. Okay, let's see what we're going to talk about, Nippon.
So.
Oh.
Is that your father?
Big up Daddy Nippon.
Daddy Nippon. I think you give him a dirty look. That was hilarious.
He's
got Daddy's got to him.
Mr. Sharma, man. Mr. Sharma.
Come on. He's going to check if he's going to check if Chelsea have got any trophies in their cabinet.
Yeah. He's going to check if Maresca is the right one.
Mine's full of dust.
Big man Sharma into the room.
You got dust bunnies, Ellie.
You know what?
You got big dust bunnies.
And my duster wasn't enough. I needed the whole. You know when you know that thing where you suck all the leaves up. I needed that.
Brilliant.
Anyway, Arsenal, I feel sorry for you because you did play the best football by far.
Yeah, but we didn't win anything, so that's that.
The thing is, I
think one thing that really,
right,
Ellie, what really annoys me about Arteta, he doesn't give a toss about the cups.
He doesn't give a toss. Oh dear.
He doesn't.
Really give a toss.
He doesn't. Look at that. Yeah. I know he should, and that's because that's where you're gonna pick stuff up and get that experience of being in those finals.
Yeah.
So it's just if you look over the last few seasons, we've just thrown them away.
Yeah, I know. We played Fulham and we paid 9 men that weren't in the first team. That's how disrespectful they are to the League Cup. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a trophy.
Ridiculous.
You play your best team. It's not like we were in Europe and we had, to have a rest. Ridiculous. Who do we think we are? Play your best team in the League Cup.
You're not Man City, unfortunately.
We're not Man City because of our chairman buying also-ran players. And buying the young players to pack into the academy. All right, some of those academy players are going to come good, but at the end of the day, you've got to criticise the chairman as well.
Are you mad?
He's to blame, not for all of it, but for a lot of it he is. Yeah. Like Danny Blanchflower said, rich men with toys. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to remember, football was the poor man's game. It's now the rich man's game.
Yeah. And I went to Spurs on the tour with my brother, and it was an experience, but it wasn't always a pleasant experience. But I'll tell you that after. I'll tell you what happened after the show.
All right. I'll
Yeah.
look forward to it, Ellie.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, Nippon, what are we going to talk about?
Right. First, I want to ask Arrest, why are you angry at us getting this?
Well,
not-
because we was linked with him. We was linked with him, and now we're linked with flipping Chalobah now, which it just doesn't make sense.
Do you
It really doesn't make
actually
sense.
rate this tossing guy?
I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's decent.
He's at Fulham for a reason.
Yeah, but not. What does that mean? What does that
But
mean?
you can say, look, you can say Van Dijk was at Southampton, and look what he's done for Liverpool. As soon as he came to Liverpool, he transformed their defence. So I'm not saying Tosin is as good as Van Dijk, but he can develop more when he's in a better side. That's what I believe, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
definitely. I
Manchester
mean, if
United
I
are
think,
better than Fulham. They are.
oh no, definitely. I mean, if you look at the likes of Martin Odegaard, couldn't get a sniff at Real Madrid, and now look at him. He's absolutely brilliant.
He was the best player in the league. And guess who got the best player in the league? Not him, which is a tragedy. It's really ridiculous. In my book, he should have got it because he was fabulous for Arsenal.
I know he's had a great season. He just gets better and better.
It's a shame. He's probably thinking, how did we not win the league? You know?
Oh yeah, no. But the thing is, you can look back and you can pinpoint the exact games where Arsenal effed up. Put it that way.
Yeah.
But again, it's progress from what we've had, and I'm not too angry about it, if that makes sense.
Unai Emery put a little bit of a nail into the coffin, didn't he? And he was very, very. He wasn't humble on the touchline, was he? He wasn't very humble. No.
Nah, he's never has been. I think he had a big pair of shoes to fill, and I think that's why I don't have good energy towards that man at all. Because I am, as I said to you earlier, I'm an Arsene Wenger child. That's the only person I've seen at the wheel.
See, it's like if you're at Man United and you're of the age of Alex Ferguson, and all the young fans coming in now, they all know who Alex Ferguson is, and if they don't, then why don't they? You know. Yeah. That's your club history, and he's the most successful British manager ever. You know, exactly. So you know you've got to take your hat off to Alex Ferguson.
Although isn't Pep now ahead of Fergie in terms of accolades?
No, because
not quite. He's got one more season, hasn't he?
Yeah, because remember, I think Ferguson won 13.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
He won 13. Yeah, he won 13. Yeah, 13.
13 championships, and Pep's won, I think, 7 or 8, if I'm right.
Okay, because I remember
he's won 4 on the trot,
hasn't he?
He's won 4 on the trot. Then he lost it to Liverpool, and then before that, he won 2 on the trot, I think. So that's 6. I think he's won 7 or 8. I'm not sure 100%. I think he's won 7 or 8. So he's still behind Ferguson. Yeah, Manchester City. Well, cream rise to the top, but they weren't the creme de la creme. Arsenal were. You should have won it.
Yeah, but thing is, we're not. One thing that annoys me is they judge us by Man City standards, and it's just there's still a gap there, and it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. There's a massive gap there. Everyone's got that massive gap on City.
But to be fair, having 115 charges against you does help.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't help with the club. The club lawyers are contacting podcasters to stop talking about it, so they can sweep it under the carpet.
Well, they ain't paying me to
Only 37 of those are going to stick. I think it was 37 or 38. One of the two. The rest are going to be brushed
And
under the carpet.
this is what I'll do. If they pay me to stop talking about 115 charges, I'll take the money, get rich, and talk about it anyway. Win-win.
They should pay
You're
us a
looking at a
commission.
lawsuit there, like.
They should pay us a commission to stop talking, and we will. Do you know what? I wouldn't stop talking
It's not
about
like they
it.
can't afford it.
But no one's gagging us. No one's gagging the real fans of football who pay their money to watch.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
we fans are the football. If we take all that money away, football will not exist.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got to do that globally. Football's a global thing now.
Yeah,
You can take away the domestic. The international fans will just come in and replace you.
Yeah,
and that's no disrespect to them, but it's just how it is.
Yeah, the thing is, like, say Daniel Levy, right? He takes away all the concessions. So I'm 61 years old at the moment. Going to be 62 in November, right? I've been supporting my club all my life.
Ellie, stop telling us that. You're 21 and beautiful.
Yeah. Now he's saying that I'm not worth anything, and he's made £3 million back for the club just to spite the pensioners. Yeah, and there's a big movement against him now.
Who's this?
Daniel Levy. He stopped the concessions at Spurs. So if you're 65, you've supported the club all your life, you get not much of a discount, but you get a discount. All right. And now he's taken that away from all the true fans, right? Because we've been supporting our club since we were little. Some of us were born in Tottenham as well, so we identify as Tottenham people, right? And then he's taken all away our concessions just to make the club £3 million.
Does it really surprise you though? Daniel Levy is a scumbag. It's going on.
I wouldn't call it that. What I would say is unfair. It's totally unfair and disgraceful what he's done in a way.
It is, but he's turned your club into a business. You just exist. You're a bit more of a business than you are a football club. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that. And there's going to be a massive revolt because the pensioners, I can't remember, Save Our Pensioners. They've got behind it, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Daniel Levy to reverse that. Because £3 million is nothing. They can make that in pie sales. You know what I mean? I'm trivialising it, but they can actually make that in pie sales. £3 million. You know, because they sell a lot of food at the stadium, right? Over the season. I'd love to get the figures. I'm going to look at the figures later today and see how much profit they made on the food. So there's so many things that are at Spurs.
Surely you make more money out of the beers.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying the pies, because you would think the pies wouldn't make that money. But I'm going to look at the figures. The beers, obviously, yes, and even the tea and coffee, because that's expensive. They're charging £5 for a cup of tea.
Yeah, there's a reason why I go to Arsenal and I quickly go and get 2 for 1 on the Camden Hells an hour before kickoff. We get like 10 and then that's it. We don't go back.
I swear Tottenham charge like £20 for a beer.
No, it's not £20. It's not £20. Well, I don't buy beer. I just normally buy a soft drink or water. And I buy a sausage roll normally if I'm buying anything in the stadium, because their sausage rolls are nice. I must admit, they're very tasty. And then I buy a bag of sweets or some crisps and a drink, and it costs me £14.99.
Bloody hell!
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot. So what I do, I'm not going to spend that money because he's taken away my concession. Right, because I'm a what you call a Hotspur Plus member, and I was a season ticket holder for 35 years. Yeah, so now I'm not going to be rewarded with a discount just because he wants to make £3 million. I've written an email, but I haven't sent it yet. And it's right from my heart to the heart of the club to reverse this decision, and I hope they do heed it, because I'm I'm Spurs Ladies Ambassador, so I'm allowed to say things about what the club are doing. You know, I'm allowed to go against what the club are doing if it's done in a civilized manner, which I'm going to do. That's why I'm talking very civilized about it now, because I don't want to use, you know, outrageous words. I just want to make the club realise that they're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ellie, does that apply to the women's game as well?
The women's game, right? The women's game. There's 2,500 season ticket holders. And remember, the Tottenham ladies have not been around that long. 1985, they were formed. Before that, we were Spurs ladies, as I told you. Yeah, the Tottenham Hotspur ladies came from Broxbourne ladies. And Kay Lovelock and Sue Sharples, who very sadly passed away now. They formed the club from Broxbourne already. And then they asked the club if they could use Tottenham Hotspur. And they agreed it. So that's when Tottenham Hotspur ladies were born. Yeah. Well,
So,
you're 3 years older than us.
Yeah, 1985. Yeah.
Yeah, we're 87.
But remember, we were Spurs ladies before that, and I signed professional form at 12 years old for them. Right? But
I still think
it wasn't them. It was another consortium in Tottenham who got behind. Not just Tottenham girls, you could play from anywhere. We could pick players from other areas like they did. But I was from Tottenham and 3 other girls were from Tottenham that made the first team with me when I was 16. And one of them was at my school as well.
That's pretty cool. All right, you're looking very quiet over there. You've won your FA Cup. What's going on? You're very quiet.
Well, I'm waiting for Nipper to come to me, so I don't know.
You know what? He's done is hidden it behind the settee, and he's going to bring it out now and show us the FA Cup. Come on,
you got behind your sofa rest, have you? Where's your trophy?
I'm waiting for.
Where you won the FA Cup?
Please tell me you haven't done what Chelsea did with their Champions League trophy and got a blow-up one to show us.
No.
Hey, we have a real one.
I don't do that.
You're class than that, have you?
He's far too sophisticated.
By the way, I
darling.
think that Chelsea fan I got, you know, the Chelsea fan I was spreading
We have
around.
a real one too.
Nippon, you know that Chelsea fan with the balloon, Champions League trophy balloon at the Emirates. He actually works in my club, so I'm gonna speak to him. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. So
no, there was 2 of them. There was one of them, and then they were still waving them at the home fans at 5-0. Like, have some pride.
Have some pride.
But anyways,
Exactly.
Nippon, we're talking about FA Cup now. Talking about FA Cup.
I felt sorry for Dortmund because they played very well tonight, and they flashed into the crowd, and you see the fans crying, and you really feel for them. You know.
I'm happy that Dortmund lost. I'm happy that Dortmund lost. Sancho's tears. I love it. Yes, Nippon.
Okay.
Yes, Nippon. Nippon, you want to talk to me something?
Here, I have a lot to say about Ian Maatsen. Pochettino was right all along. You can hold that.
Who, me?
No, Ian Maatsen.
Okay. You want to talk to me something, Nippon? Or did you forget? Did you forget like always?
Would you be disappointed in your fans if they went to an Arsenal game with blow up Champions League trophies?
Oh, listen. For me, it's just embarrassing overall. If I'm getting
Man United did it.
Yes, yeah. Like I said, it's embarrassing. Like if we're losing 5-0 and you're doing that, then yeah. But listen, showing up to the Arsenal fans Champions League trophy and you're 5-0 down. I mean, might as well go home. Might as well leave the stadium early. But
to be fair, half of them had gone home by that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen.
I always say myself, I say to clap my team for getting to a final.
Yeah.
But when you lose, it's so devastating because you always think about all the years that you might have lost trophies, and then you remember the good years, and you try and console yourself with your brothers or your friends who you've gone with, or just a stranger who's sitting next to you. You cuddle them, and you think you're feeling for your club, isn't it, from your heart that you've lost. But and then after the day after, you don't feel any better. And then the day after, you don't feel any better. And it's probably months and months and sometimes years before you recover. Especially the Champions League and the league title, because they're the two
that did take me at least a year.
trophies, aren't they?
That
I always
Barcelona game
cry a
did kill
lot when
me,
I
to be
lose
fair.
the FA Cup. We've lost the FA Cup
Yeah.
just once to Coventry, and
Mm.
it was Coventry City. Oh God, how can we lose to Coventry City, for God's sake?
City, you know. Right, I have a question.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
go on, hit us with it.
Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun.
Who would you say had the rest, objectively speaking? Who would you say had a better season out of you and Lottie?
He asked me this yesterday. Here we go again.
If we're talking
You
about,
don't want to answer that then, Lottie, I presume.
I
we're
already
talking
know the answer.
yeah, but if we're talking about successfully, I think obviously Man United. But if we're talking about the Premier League wise, we've been a shambles. But if you look at the bigger picture, probably us, because FA Cup, I'll take FA Cup over where you finish, to be honest. But listen, Arsenal done well. Don't get me wrong, but they still ended up with 0 trophies. United, obviously, we finished in our worst league ever, 8th. So, and won a trophy. So that's something to back up our season. And for me, I've said this to people. We've had the best season. Liverpool, because if we're looking at with this trophy that we won, we could say we've had a better season than Tottenham, Arsenal, Aston Villa as well. So, because every club has to demand a trophy. Like whether you're Aston Villa or Tottenham, you have to demand at least a trophy. So, for me, look, but don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Arsenal have had a shit season. They've had a good season. Obviously, they
No,
didn't
but
win.
you've had the better season. Let's be honest. You've won something. You've played shit football, but you still won something. We've played nearly maybe the best football. We've got nothing, but we got qualified Champions League. Let's be honest. I mean, Shoe was on the other foot in 2020. You finished higher than us. We finished fairly low, and we still got a trophy. That was a better season than United.
Lottie, I think Manchester United turned it on when they needed to turn it on. So all the other games they played, they didn't always play rubbish, but there was little snippets here and there that you could see improvements along the way. Then they fell back again. They made improvements, fell back, made improvements, fell back. So it was a choppy season for them.
Yeah.
And then when they needed to turn it on, they turned it on and got it over the line.
Oh no, absolutely. But the thing is, you've also got to look back at some of those games. For example, when we went up to Old Trafford, Bruno Fernandes played that next game. You're telling me they didn't throw that game by taking the one player that was going to win them that game out?
Yeah, it's true.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Exactly.
And you say
the only person in that squad at the moment for me, Man United, that's a thorn in my side, is Bruno Fernandes. He irritates me. He disrupts us. It's annoying.
Yeah,
but
he's a shithouser, but it worked. You know what Mourinho says, Jose Mourinho? He says you have to have a bit of shithousery. You have to be a little bit of a CUNT. You do.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what Ben White's done for us this season.
Yeah. Well, Spurs, we're too nice. We're too nice a club.
And Chelsea have made their first, by the way.
Unless you're Bentancur beating up chairs, yeah.
Yeah, I love Bentancur and I love Højbjerg.
He was so angry.
You know what? I love Højbjerg. Not love Højbjerg. I respect him. I respect him because he sat on the bench and he's come on. He scored a brilliant goal against Arsenal, didn't he? In his own goal. But I said to them...
Yeah, but he's been on the bench all season. He got confused with sprinters in his
I said to them, he scored an own goal, but he was the only player that tried to defend it while all the rest of them were scratching their balls.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if this is true, but apparently Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is a gooner.
He doesn't support Arsenal, no. He actually supports a Danish team, Copenhagen. I know this for a fact. And also, he's probably going to go to Napoli to join Conte because Conte loves him. And Postecoglou, he doesn't really. He
Doesn't know what to do with him, really, does he?
He doesn't know what to do. He said to Postecoglou, well, he made the statement. He said, "You've got to ask the manager why he's not playing me, because the rest of the midfielders didn't perform that brilliantly, did they? Apart from Sarr. Sarr had a pretty good season. The rest of them were underwhelming. Maddison fell off. Bentancur was injured, so you can't blame him because he's carrying an ACL, and they brought him back too early. He's a class
they
player.
take time to come back. You bring him back too soon, he's going to get another one in the up knee. But then again, I don't know if that applies to men. With the women, it does apply. I'm not too sure on physiology of the men. But the women, it's a pandemic at the moment.
If Højbjerg goes to Napoli and he wins the league title with Napoli, because Conte wins league titles, except for when you heard what he said when he did his rant. He goes, "I've seen the managers Tottenham have had, and then there's the owners. You tell me why they haven't won anything. They have to change their philosophy. They have to change the ethos of the club." Yeah,
they need to also loosen the purse strings. That's the issue.
Everything he said was correct. Everything. He said the players don't play under pressure. It's unacceptable that you're 3-1 up with 15 minutes to go and you draw 3-3 at Southampton. It's unacceptable. Yeah, so he was right with what he said, and then he had to get the sack because you can't say that thing and then keep your job. You can't.
No, exactly. But it's also rumbling them at the top as well. The top's the issue. Nothing's going to change until you top up.
Say that, Nippon. What did you say?
You know, like people say, "Oh, we don't be a yes man at the club." But sometimes to work somewhere, you do have to be a yes man, even if you don't like it.
What, to be a yes man to the board?
Yeah, the board is your boss. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, but you can challenge your boss in a very civilized way, put your point across, and actually get what you want. There's a way to do it. Look, you know, Karen Brady, she's fantastic at getting what she wants.
At the end of the day, it's up to the boss whether he makes the change or not. Like, for example, like I work for a company, and if I say to my and if my boss tells me to do something, and even if I don't like it, I will. You think I'd stand my ground? I'd get sacked if I did. I'd get sacked on the spot.
It depends how you do it. It depends how you do it, Nippon, right? Because I've been a boss and I've been under people as well, right? So if somebody comes to me as I'm their boss and they put an eloquent pitch on why they should do this, I'm a good boss if I listen, right? Sorry, I'm gonna just sorry, because my throat is getting sorer. I would actually listen to their points. All right. If you're a good boss, that's what you do. Right. And you shouldn't be scared to go to your boss and ask for something. Right. Because if you go with an inhibition, your boss will not listen to you. But if you go with confidence and the reasons and you put down why you think this is the case, like Postecoglou, he can go to Levy and say, "I need this player, and this player to make my team great," right? He could go with 6 players, he could go with 5 players, and Levy goes to him, "Oh, right, so we can afford that one, but we can't afford the rest," right? And then you say, "Well, if we can't afford the rest, can we find the money from somewhere else? Is there any more money you can give me?" All right, because if I just get 2 of the players, it's not going to make my team like I want it. So that's where you pitch. It all depends on the chairman, how they've got a budget, haven't they? They've got a budget and they've got to make that budget work.
Yeah.
Don't waste money. Spend it on the players that the boss is identifying. Don't go and do your own thing and fill the academy with young players. Because those players, they're for the future, yes. But if you're going to win something, it's for the here and now. So Postecoglou is there. I need this player, that player, and that player for the here and now. And if you want to put one academy player, put one academy. Don't put 4 or 3. Give me 4 good players and put one in the academy. You see, the balance has to be right.
Wait, what's the point? Gimenez, is that the Atletico defender who plays for Uruguay?
Who give Jimenez? He's a striker.
No,
He's a striker. Jimenez.
there's a defender who's called.
Yeah, there's a
Gimenez.
defender with that name. The
Okay.
striker you're thinking of, Ellie, starts with a J, not a G.
Oh, okay. No, I just saw it. Jimenez is pronounced, isn't it? Is he the defender?
Yeah, this one's a defender.
Yeah. And who does he play for?
Uruguay.
I know, but what club does he play for?
Atletico Madrid.
Okay, yeah. I'm with you
He
now.
plays for Feyenoord at the moment, doesn't he?
Oh, right, yeah, is he on loan to Feyenoord from Atletico?
I think so.
I think he's on loan. Yeah. Because when you think about it, Simeone, to put a player on loan, he rates him, but he's maybe not quite ready yet. No,
Do you rate him, Gimenez?
I don't know a lot about. I don't know
I
enough
don't know
about
enough.
him.
I don't
Yeah,
watch
but
Dutch football, unfortunately.
This man saying Feyenoord striker, mate, is Jimenez. So is he just spelling it wrong? That's why.
Okay.
Because I know the Feyenoord striker is Jimenez. The Spurs were linked to him. Santiago Jimenez, Feyenoord, Mexican, centre forward, age 23. That's what Box has just said. That's the one I was thinking of. But are you saying it's spelt with a J, not a G?
No, I think
No,
it is.
it is a G. It is a G.
It is a G. That's
It is
what
a G.
because we were linked with him many, many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm getting confused with the one that's at Fulham. The same surname, but just
I
spelled with a
thought
J.
it was the one from
Oh,
Atletico.
yeah.
Apologise.
No, it's okay. Look, we all say things, and sometimes they're not correct. But it doesn't mean we're wrong.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, like that Jimenez is a very good player, very very versatile. He's only young, but he's doing very very well. I think maybe Liverpool will get him now. Arne Slot's gone to Liverpool. I'm sure he's going to
Maybe.
want to take him with him.
Maybe.
Because they're thinking of selling Nunes, aren't they? There's rumours that they might want to sell Nunes. I'm not sure if that.
Yeah, well, he
rumour
hasn't
is
had
true.
the greatest time at Liverpool, has he? Sometimes he can't even hit the
Paul
barn
Merson
door.
loves him. Paul Merson loves him, doesn't he? Have you heard Paul
Yeah,
Merson
he does.
talking about
He's a
him?
Chelsea fan as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's one for you.
Oof.
Nunes to Arsenal.
That'll be brilliant.
Oof.
What a signing.
I don't know.
That'll be Eddie Moss.
We're still recovering from Kai Havertz. Man United can have him. That's fine. Thank you. Thanks, Box, but no thanks.
Yeah.
What do you
Kai
mean?
Havertz
Whoever,
done
I'm
quite
nipping
well.
up Nunes, man. Give me
We
nipping
still got Project Kai Havertz still going. So I don't need another project. Thank you.
Well, we've got Werner, so what you should feel sorry
Oh
for
God,
us.
I don't know what you're
We've
going to
got
do with him.
Werner. Do you know what I mean?
I think we got the better end out of them two leaving Chelsea. I think personally.
Oh my God,
Like-
Werner. Oh,
Out of
God.
all the players who have left us to go to you guys, Kai Havertz has been the only hit so far.
because
The rest of
Mount's been injured doing his TikTok and whatever he's doing. I
The
swear to
rest
God,
have been duds.
mate, Mason
No,
Mount.
David Luiz hasn't been too bad for us. Who else do we have? Jorginho's not been that bad either. I'm not complaining. We've just given Jorginho another contract.
Yeah, and Werner, he's okay, he's quite a good player all
He needs to work
round.
on finishing. His
But
finish.
when it comes to scoring goals in front of goal, the boy's got a block. He just
Yeah, he needs to work on his finishing. Yeah.
in his
Do
finishing and
you
his
think it's a mental block,
movement.
Ellie?
Well, what he has to do, he's got to work on his finishing, but he's also got to work on his movement, where you move to score a goal, and how you get your body in shape to score a goal. Do you remember Tammy Abraham at Chelsea, Nippon?
Mm.
Right, he had all the potential, but he just didn't get his body in shape to score a goal, or he didn't make the right movement here and there, and he could have been a lot better player if he just done the right movements at the right time. That's the difference between
The
the
thing is,
top
he get it right
striker.
occasionally.
Yeah,
Are you?
like Tammy
Get it right.
Abraham, he's
He
got
likes to
more
score a bit of
kudos.
Arsenal. Remember that much.
He's got more kudos, doesn't he? Because he went to Roma and they won the Conference League, and they qualified for Champions League quite often. But what I'm saying is, you've got to make the right movement to score a goal. If you're standing behind your defender, you're not going to score a goal.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. I mean, Kai Havertz has those moments, but it's not as bad as Werner's.
Yeah, they should
So
have a chat together. They should meet each other and compare notes.
Do you know what? To be honest with you, I do feel like we're still rebuilding him. I think you just need to kind of get him to forget his time at Chelsea and just restart with the Spurs philosophy, whatever that is,
Yeah,
and go
I
from
hope
there.
so.
Because I think Andrew's got big plans for you guys. And
yeah, because we're looking to bring Marcus Edwards back, right? And he's a very talented footballer, but he fell off the wagon because he got the bright lights, because he's an Enfield lad where I live now, right? And I've seen him. His sister used to work at my company, right?
Oh, wow.
And and I've seen him. He just lives two roads away from where my mother used to live.
Wow.
Right. Well, his sister did, and he was visiting his sister. Right. So I just think, there's certain players you think they're not going to be good, and they turn out to be good. And then you buy a star player like Ndombele. He was like hailed as a star player, and he's been a flop.
What's the
What
point?
about Orez?
How do you feel about that, Nippon?
Wait. I want to address this point right here.
Conor Gallagher, yeah, we're after
Because
him.
I'm looking at Conor Gallagher and Edison as our defensive box-to-box midfield. Unless I've gone completely mental, Edison is a freaking goalkeeper.
Yeah. And do you know what annoys me? Do you know what annoys me about this, right? It's not because we're after Conor Gallagher. It's because they say that he's in the same position as Højbjerg, but he's not. He's in the same position as Bentancur, and he's in the same position as Basuma, because Basuma is the box-to-box.
But aren't you open?
Yeah. Spurs is never going to happen. You can forget about it.
See, Conor Gallagher is not a CDM. He's a number 8.
Look, why would a Chelsea fan want to play for Tottenham?
That's what I ask myself every day, because we're linked to him. But I think Postecoglou, he doesn't care who they support. He just wants to know the character of the player, whether he's going to bring kudos to the team.
But I'll tell you who Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
I suppose it's like you get
but I don't think he's
Mr.
the right
Arsenal
player.
to make you. It's never going to happen.
I don't think he's going to come to Spurs anyway. No way. He's not. He's going to make sure that he gets that year extension on his contract.
Wow. That is a bold statement by Box. Gallagher's a
definitely Caicedo. Definitely Caicedo. Yeah. He's been pants.
Yeah.
Enzo is a question mark, though.
Yeah, he was a bitty player. He wasn't. He didn't hit the heights, did he?
No. His name.
The thing is, he every time he plays for you, like Conor Gallagher's solid. He's not. How do I put it? He's not He's not like one of these, oh, wow, amazing certain players. He's one of your consistent players where you'll probably get the 7s or the 8s out of 10s every game.
Yeah, he's one of those
And
players,
that's what you
right?
want.
He's one of those players, Lottie and Nippen and Orest, that he doesn't stand out, but he'll do a job for you and he'll work hard for your team. He's Chelsea through and through, so he'll play for the badge, definitely. And he'll run for Chelsea because he loves the club. Whether that's good enough for Chelsea, that's another question.
He is to us what what's his name? Oliver Skip is to Tottenham.
He's probably got a higher ceiling than Skip, I would say. Having seen both players, I would say Gallagher is a little step up from Skip. But what I'm saying, I'm trying to get to the point that, you know, when you've got an academy player who's played for Chelsea and all his family are Chelsea, he's Chelsea through and through. He will try his best to help Chelsea win that match. Like in the League Cup final, he had 3 chances to score and he muffed them all, but he was in those positions to score, right? And that's not his normal game. His normal game is to pass to Cole Palmer or to pass to someone else who can score a goal, right? And he's an unselfish player, I know that, because he does help the team, but maybe he's not quite Chelsea standard, if you know what I mean. He's not of that level to get you back to the level you were,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I
don't know about you guys.
Doing prop for Broya, and I know why.
No. Not prop.
Roger?
I hope he doesn't go to Ipswich, man. Oh my God. If he goes to Ipswich, play me now, man.
Ipswich play very nice football. You know, they move the ball quickly. They're a bit like many teams in the Premiership, very good at passing, but they have to improve their squad if they're going to stay
I'm
up.
so happy Kieran McKenna rejected Chelsea, you know. Oh my
Kieran
God.
McKenna, wow.
If he went Chelsea, oh my God. Because for me, I was like, what I was saying, please Ipswich for another season, prove yourself in the Premier League. Let's see what you can do. You know, they could probably do better. I think they can do better than Luton, what Luton did. This, but
I'm
I mean,
Yeah.
statement right now.
Palmer is the top. Yeah.
Do you know Ipswich, Orest?
Are staying up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Orest, do you know Ipswich, right?
Yeah.
The company I used to work for, Marcus Evans was their chairman. But he's left now, right? And he used to big up Ipswich all the time. He said that we're going to make them big, we're going to bring them back to the Premiership, and it didn't happen for him. But the new regime, they've come in and they're like a breath of fresh air. I've been watching Ipswich play. They play some very nice football, but they need to strengthen their squad, because if you don't, then you can be that first 11. You pick up a few injuries, 3 or 4 injuries, it's going to affect them.
Basketball, oh my.
No,
this is the same manager, by the way, that almost bottled the league.
Macarena ball.
You know the memes. Apparently, people call him mascara now. Bloody hell, man. Oh.
Yeah. I've got some mascara. If I can send it your way, Nippon.
By the way, I think he's another Graham Potter. I've seen his videos. Oh, the lads gave everything. Have you seen that video where he says the lads gave everything? He's another Graham Potter.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Man, my Graham Potter, man. 5-year contract as well. That's a bit.
It won't be 5 years though. Chelsea don't last 5 years, managers.
They're not actually paying him that much, though.
No, they won't. It'll be 12 months.
It'll be 12 months with a review.
Yeah.
And then the manager will go, I'm resigning. Or
and then it'll be short straw. Who draws the short straw? Who draws the short straw next season?
Oh, look, Jose Mourinho's counted himself out because he's gone to Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting because, what's it called? Galatasaray are currently tearing it up with Zaha up top. So,
I know.
Mental.
They got Sanchez in defence.
I know. Do you know what?
Sanchez
You never really experienced a proper derby till you've been to Galatasaray and Fenerbahce in the Turkish leagues. It's
my God.
insane.
It's
The
like,
Germans are a close second, but that is just, it's crazy. I can promise you.
it makes
nuts.
our derbies look like a children's party.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
They're crazy fans, but they're so passionate. It's unbelievable. The passion is oozing from every crevice of the stadium.
Yeah.
And they get quite heated, and then they will fight each other if they have to.
Oh yeah, no.
And the police can't do anything about it.
No.
They don't want to be killed, that's why.
Exactly.
Yeah. Orest, have you?
Oh.
Have you ever been to a derby that's not a Manchester derby? That is just something completely different.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Arsenal.
You're the only Manchester.
Yeah.
Have you been to any other league like derby?
Oh, league derby. Yeah, I was an
That's
Arsenal,
not an English one.
Oh,
You've been to like a German one or anything like that?
No, I haven't, but I do want to try it out though.
I do recommend.
Yeah.
It's like if me and my other half go away in the season, we will make sure we go to a local game. Always. Doesn't matter where we are. Although the last time, Italy in November, we ended up watching Italy and North Macedonia. It was a good game. Friday night football.
To go to if I ever go to an Old Firm derby, it'll only be at the Ibrox. If I had to say anything about Celtic fans, Twitter and all the social media platforms would ban me.
I'm half tempted to ask why, but I'm not going to.
Okay, this is the first and the last time. I will never, ever respect a fan base that chants about dead people. I'm sorry, but that doesn't sit right with me. Same way singing about tragedies doesn't sit right with me.
I think also you've got to remember the Scottish hate the English. So that's deeply rooted in history.
Rangers fans sing God Save the Queen, Save the King.
Mm.
Yeah,
so
but
that's no excuse.
you have to understand. Yeah, listen, these football chants, some of them does get a bit crazy, but it does happen in Premier League nipple as well. Like, see Liverpool United.
Look, I don't like the fact that some of our fans sing always the victim. Same way, that goes with some of your fans as well. The rest, I'm sorry.
I mean, over the last 2 seasons, there's been some questionable Man United shirts that have been wandering around.
Some of our chants that we've been chanting, like I think the Liverpool one about rats and council house. Listen, we don't need to mention that. Like, it is a bit too far, but I can't
hit the nail right on the head there.
Even some of Arsenal's ones, I think these are fairly neutral though. But it's like when you go to Liverpool away, you'll be hearing like "we pay your benefits" and up at Everton and stuff like that. It's just like,
I'm sorry.
Really, is it necessary? No.
I would never, ever sing about tragedies. Ever.
Yeah. But anyways, do you want me to talk FA Cup, Nippon?
Anyway, rant over. Yeah, Orest.
Oh, let him talk about the FA Cup, will you, please? He's itching.
Yeah, I'm itching myself. I'm trying to find Haaland. I can't find Haaland, guys. I'm in my sofa, but I can't find Haaland. But if anyone can find
he's hiding behind your sofa. He's hiding there. He's not come out yet.
Fraud. Haaland's a fraud.
Do you know what? I'm really disappointed that Vader's not here. Really disappointed because I was looking forward to that conversation. Nippon, has Ellie come back?
No.
Okay.
You
Go on,
know what?
Arrest. Talk about your FA Cup win. Go on.
Yeah, man. Listen. First things first. That Arsenal admin needs sacking, man. How can you tweet before full-time whistle? Oh, we won it full time, 14 times, and blah blah blah. So that's a bit cheeky from there. But listen, you know what? Yeah, fantastic from the team. Yeah, I think first half. Actually, no. Both halves. Yeah, we didn't dominate the with possession, but we looked the better side. You know, tactically, I think Ten Hag got it spot on. For Amrabat was good. Honestly, I don't think there was one bad player in that match. I thought Rashford did all right. Bruno actually turned up for once, so fair play to Bruno in the final. So fair play to him because I thought he was outstanding. That little pass to Kobe Manu. Pep always sipping his water. You know, when you can see he likes to sip his water, nipping. He likes to sit down and drink that water from that absolute fraud, Pep. Yeah, listen, Ten Hag out tacticked him. He out tacticked him. So fair play to Ten Hag. And yeah, I thought it was a good match. But Ellie,
Yes.
he was gonna ask you something. So yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Sorry, because my battery died and I didn't realise it was so low, so I put it on charge now.
sorry,
I apologise about that.
but you cut out. He was gonna ask you something.
Yeah, my battery died and I didn't realise it was so low, and
Yeah.
I thought I had enough charge, but I didn't. So what question were you going to ask me?
No, you were gonna ask, then you cut out.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to ask you, who do you think which player do you want to buy out of all the players available that would transform your team from finishing sixth to going up the league and actually trying to win the league or at least challenge? Is there one player that you want that may make that big difference?
I mean, there's a few centre backs that we're linked with. There's one good one, Euro. I think the French. So he's a good one, but
Okay.
Orman.
And how do you spell his name?
I think it's Y
That's a tough one. There's a lot of work that needs to be done here.
Yorro.
Oh, Yorro. And how old is this chap?
I think he's like 22, 21. So he's a French youngster. If someone can't correct me, maybe I spelled his name wrong or something. But we're linked with him. But in terms of transforming, it's tough because I want a striker. I know we've got Højlund, but I do want another striker. But however, a midfield for me, I would probably say we're not linked with him, but Bruno Gomes. If we was to get him from Newcastle, I think
he's a very good player because he's got some shithousery as well, hasn't he? You know.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
There we go, box here.
What are your thoughts on Man United fans laughing at Jadon Sancho?
Good. Yeah. Eric Ten Hag's on FA Cup. Sancho lost the final, so listen, Sancho can have that. All he needed to do is to apologise. So let's hope he's learned his lesson. And obviously now he's going to come back to Manchester now. So because his loan is expired, so he's come back to Manchester. If he doesn't apologise, that's up to him. But
yes. Can I ask you, what was the problem with Sancho and the manager Ten Hag? What was the argument?
So basically,
what does he have to apologise for?
It was after the Arsenal game, right, when we lost at the Emirates. We got robbed. The reporter asked Eric Ten Hag why Sancho wasn't included in the squad. Ten Hag said that he didn't train, he didn't perform enough in the training. He said he up to the standards. And then Sancho did a statement on Twitter. He published the same saying, "Oh, don't something about agendas. Please don't have an agenda against me. I love United. I respect the staffs." But he spoke. I think he spoke against the manager, and then that's where it got a bit heated. And then Ten Hag, sent him out on loan. Apparently, Ten Hag wanted an apology for the statement because it was not right. He wanted He wanted to do things in person, privately.
Right.
Yeah.
These are the things. These are the things that should be done 1-to-1.
Yeah.
You know, like you take the player into your office and you talk to him, you know, and see why he's feeling like that. That's what I would do as a manager. I would see why he's feeling like that, because he might have seen his training session as different. And Ten Hag has a standard. So if they talk man to man, I think they could have resolved it easily. But it was all it was all messy, wasn't it?
Yeah. And for me,
Yeah.
I don't get when United fans tell me, "Oh, Ten Hag has to apologise," when Pep scored Phillips fat. He said that he gained weight. So there's been other managers that have called out their own players for not training well enough. Like I think Pep called out Grealish for not performing well in training. There's multiple managers, like Pochettino, for example. He called out Madueke for not training, for not performing well in training. So listen, Sancho, if he wants to have a career at United, for me, just speak with the manager, speak about what he done wrong and what he needs to do right next time. And listen, there were reports of him coming late to training. There was him reports apparently he was staying up late until 4 a.m. playing FIFA and all these video games that he plays. So listen, for me, I want players that are committed to the club and that are respecting the manager, respecting the. You're on the bench. You're on the bench. If you're starting, you're starting. But if Sancho's here being lazy, not even doesn't want to say sorry, then I'm sorry, man. The door's open for you. Hopefully, Dortmund buy you back, or because for me, I'm not gonna have a player that's gonna be.
It's only conjecture. It's only conjecture that he was playing FIFA till 4 a.m. But it depends who dobbed him in. You know, somebody might have been playing with him at 4 a.m. and said to Ten Hag or phone the club. You don't know because you think they're your friend and they might dob you in. So the source that he was playing 4 a.m. There's no way the club are going to find that out unless they're spying on him, which they wouldn't do, right? Because it's against the law. Or somebody else has seen him who was in that room with him and said to the club he was playing with me till 4 a.m. on FIFA. You see?
Yeah.
So whether you have to see it with your own eyes, and we're not there. So we're making a judgment on a player that we don't know if he was doing that, you know? That's between the player and whoever he was playing with. If he was playing alone, then we wouldn't know, would we?
I've got nothing against, by the way, because I've said, in terms of talent wise, I think he's our best forward in terms of talent wise. Because Rashford, I don't no chance. Anthony, no. Garnacho, he's up there, but in terms of talent wise, I think Sancho's up there. But it's up to him now. It's up to him and Ten Hag. Listen, Ten Hag's future. Listen, I'm so close to being angry with Ratcliffe now because he's come here for 6 months. Him and Ineos have been there for 6 months. Transfer window is going to open shortly, and we still don't know what they decided on Ten Hag's future. We don't know the plan yet. And apparently,
are you Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out? Are you still Ten Hag out?
I mean, listen, I'll give. I'm accepted to give him another season, but if they want to change a manager,
would you accept that another season if he hadn't won the FA Cup?
No.
And you know what rest? You've got to take this into consideration. Alex Ferguson didn't win anything for 3 seasons. It was his 4th season that he won something. So your manager has got you 2 trophies in 2 years. So you've got to think, you've got to put it in perspective. If he now delivers the league championship and then he goes on like Manchester City, because Manchester United, they will come fantastic again. They will. Whether it's with Ten Hag or not, that's up to your board, isn't it?
Of course.
Football runs in
cycles.
Yeah, 100%. I have to agree with Ellie there. But anyway, we're wrapping up soon. So the Euros is upon us. What do we say? Who do you think are the favourites? Who would you say are the top?
Albania's winning it.
I'm not laughing because you think that. Not Albania. They're right they're right by my father's original country, Greece. So yeah, because my father is he's originally their original family's from Kefalonia.
Speaking of Greece, Nippon, you can ask Ellie your question you wanted to ask last night.
I
Okay.
asked Jose this question last night.
Yeah.
If England and Spain were playing each other, I asked him, who would he support?
Okay.
If Greece were playing each other, who would you support, Ellie?
I would support England because they're my country, and I'm not from Greece anyway. I'm from my parents. My parents are from one of my parents, yes, but their family moved to Cyprus. So Cyprus is never going to win anything because they won't. They're just not big enough and bad enough. But having said that, look at Croatia, 4 million population, 4 point something, and they get to a World Cup final.
And they produce quality players as
Brilliant players.
Yeah,
Luka Modric, Cranshaw,
Jovetic.
Luka. Yeah, they've had so many good players, Croatia. Perisic, you know.
The Euros. I'm sorry, but I hope this is the last tournament we see that clown Southgate. I hope, because
Yeah.
for me, it comes to a point where I've actually stopped watching England because of how shit we play, you know. So listen, I'll be having my eyes on England, but I don't have high expectations. But with our squad, we should be making semis or final. Our
But
squad.
we should be, listen, I don't want to sound arrogant, but we should be winning it. I mean,
We should, but
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry,
should
but we don't have the
be. We should be, but
tournaments. We need to go get Jose Mourinho.
Guys, I think you're getting confused with the Lionesses. They're the only England team that win anything.
come on,
Let's
the
not
line.
get carried away.
And we got to the World Cup final, the Lionesses, and unfortunately, we didn't really turn up. You
No,
know,
we
if
didn't. But
played
Spain
our
are a
game,
different gravy.
they
different
are a
gravy.
different gravy. But if we played our game, I think we would have given a much tougher game. Maybe we would have still lost, but I think we would have had a shout. You know, especially if Lauren James was turning it on, because she was fabulous in that tournament up until when
That's
she
what
trod
mine is,
on
man.
the girl.
Mine is Lioness in the men's team.
Yeah.
That's what
It's always something, isn't it? It's always something. Like you get a Beckham flick, a Gaza flick.
I'm sorry,
You know.
I need my say on this as a Chelsea supporter.
Go on.
Yeah.
James has some serious disciplinary issues.
Oh
Who?
yeah, absolutely. Lauren James, absolutely, 100%.
You can't be
Yes.
getting herself sent
She's
off
got
She
like
could be a bit of a
Stinky
hothead.
attitude.
Yeah, she's got
Stinky
so
attitude.
much
The amount of-
talent.
after what she did to Leah Volti, that's it. She
Yeah.
needs to get in the
Well,
as far as I'm
Jessica
concerned. She's a great player,
Naz.
but her attitude needs
Yeah.
to be ironed out and fast.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy that Jessica Naz has been called up to the England squad, because she really does deserve it. She needs to improve her game here and there,
Mm.
you know, but she's been asked to play a different role and she's excelled in it this season. But with Gracie Clinton, I hope we sign her as well. I hope Manchester United don't want her back and we can keep her.
They
She's
will.
on loan.
They're not going to let her go.
I think I'm
Yeah,
about
no, at least they're
95%
going to want her back. She's a lioness selling point. There's no way. They don't know how to market
I
their
know.
team. All they
I know,
market their
that's
team
right.
is the lionesses.
I know, and Manchester United will want her back, but I just hope that Robert Villaharm and the rest of the girls can influence her. But at the end of the day,
Just
Manchester United could just take her
I
back.
mean, they gave Mark Skinner a next contract extension,
Yeah.
so might as well give it to Tenon. So Nippon's asking me on Tenon
Mark
again.
Skinner-
They'll probably give him an extension. So,
You know what? He had those Manchester United girls fired up to win that game. They were like Spurs, like flies to shit. Honestly,
The thing
They
is,
were
Spurs
like
fall apart
hounding us
without
off the
Gracie
ball.
Clinton.
they
Ellie,
played
Third
so
goal.
well, Manchester United.
Ellie, no Grace Clinton. No, there is nothing about Spurs. I'm really sorry, but
No,
there isn't.
No, I
From
don't
Martha Thomas,
agree.
there's nothing.
I don't agree, and I'm telling you why. I'll tell you why. There's a young player in our academy. I'm not going to tell
Yeah,
you.
but in that final,
I'll
you
save
saw
it for our thing.
what a hole she leaves.
Yeah,
Big time.
I think we have to get a similar player to her to actually push on again. Because Beth England, if you found in that final, she was dropping deep, she was going on the wing, she was doing everything to try and get us back into the game. Because of her
Yeah.
experience and her strength and everything. But
Yeah,
it
that's the
wasn't enough
Chelsea
because the
mentality
rest of the
kicking in
team
from Emma
didn't
Hayes.
perform. Like Naz didn't perform. She lost the ball so many times, but she got nervous. You know, some players they freeze, right? But Neville at the back played
Yeah.
very, very well. And she hasn't made the England set up yet. She's never broken into
No.
the England team. But I'm telling you, there's a player in our academy. She was actually on the subs bench. She will come good. This girl is very good, but I'm not going to let it loose because I want to do it on your show, Lottie.
Okay.
And I'm going
Next
to do
season.
it on my show as well.
Anyway,
But, you know,
before
Yeah,
we wrap
come on.
up, who do you think is going
ladies
to win
football.
it this year?
Who's going to win
Who's gonna win it? Oh,
Who's going to win it? Oh,
I'm just gonna
Well,
annoy Nippon and I'm gonna say Italy.
Well, you're annoying yourself by saying that too.
I know because I haven't forgiven them for the Bukayo Saka incident. I never will. I'm an Arsenal fan. That boy is
Chiellini's
he's
a
a
clown.
star boy.
But come on, you don't have any love for him for saying for calling out Tottenham, no?
Yeah, the stuff you do in the past. Yeah, that is going to be one of the greatest memes of all
Screenshot
time.
this.
But
Screenshot this.
no, he
do you know
won't.
what? If he
If
does,
he's
he
still putting
won't.
Harry
I'll be the
Maguire in
happiest
that
lady
setup,
on
no,
earth.
Right.
no.
There's
If
reports
he
of
leads
us.
our country, if he leads our country to World Cup glory, I'll be the happiest woman on earth, and I'll be throwing
Oh,
a party
absolutely.
down my road.
You won't be here by the next World Cup, I don't think.
Let's
No.
see, because he's lasted this long. He's
think
the
You
it's-
know
most
who?
think
You know
successful
who
Tomori's
should
more
get
recent
it?
favourite.
Thomas
We should-
Tuchel.
If we're serious, we
I
should get
don't like
Wolves.
him myself. He's too pragmatic, and he doesn't play. So, there's certain players that deserve a start, and there's certain players he favours. You know,
Well, put it this way: if we get Thomas Tuchel, Harry
No,
Maguire isn't
no,
going to be part
no,
of the
no,
squad.
no. Stop. Nippon, you know I hate Thomas Tuchel, man. We should get Jose Mourinho. Get Mourinho, man. Jose Mourinho will take England to success.
he hasn't signed for.
You're gonna make me put up with the old
You know what else Jose
Really?
Mourinho
Alright.
will want? He'll
Nah,
want
it's
to
fine.
see Harry
Fine.
flipping Maguire.
Jose Mourinho has he signed?
Yeah, he's going. He's going to Turkey tomorrow. Yeah, he's going to Turkey tomorrow. Yeah.
He's going, but he hasn't signed yet, has he?
But it's going to be
He'll
official.
want a rest.
Okay.
Yes, Nippon.
Jose will want to play Harry Maguire.
And Thomas Tuchel won't.
Yeah.
Thomas Tuchel will play Maguire as well.
See,
But you
Maguire
want,
for
but you
England
want
is
Jose
a different
Mourinho, who
kettle
will
of
also
fish.
play Harry Maguire.
Because Mourinho is a winner.
Yeah,
He
if he's
is-
a winner, he'd bench. Well, if he's a winner, he would bench Harry Maguire. Good luck winning anything.
No, Maguire. Listen, when Maguire plays for England, he's actually decent. You know, come on, let's be honest.
Okay.
Maguire turns up for England, man.
He plays his heart out for the country. You can't, but I don't
But if
think
we're talking
he's a
about-
good enough defender.
We're talking about being honesty. Tomori should be
I think-
there. And, you know.
Yeah.
But what
I think
else
the other
This
day I
would be
was
my
got
England
them
11. This would be my England 11.
Tomori,
Ramsdale in goal.
they say should play.
He's good.
Ramsdale
backup
on
for
goal.
David Raya.
What? Ramsdale on goal? No chance.
I've had enough of dinosaurs.
Oh, that's a point. He might be coming to Chelsea. What do you think of that, Nippon? That's the rumour of the day. Liverpool and Chelsea are sniffing around Aaron
Yeah, he can hold
Ramsdale.
bench for. He can go from one bench to another. He can hold bench for the
I'll
Serbian
play
Czech.
Dean Henderson, man. I'll play Dean Henderson.
He can hold bench for the Serbian Czech.
Fair.
I hope we smash Serbia as well, man. Oh my god. Yep. Keep going, Nippon.
Right. Centre backs. Tomori and well, I've been slandering him for the past minute. Maguire.
I'll go with Tomori and Stones. I'll go with Tomori and Stones, to be honest. Tomori
Yeah.
and Stones.
Stones makes
Actually,
more
not bad.
mistakes for England than he does for Man City.
Yeah.
Not sure. Not sure. Not sure.
I wish Akanji and Ake were
English, man.
and Diaz, all those three, if they were English, it would be fabulous. Even though
Fullbacks, I'm going.
no, I would say
Walker.
also Saliba. If Saliba and Romero were English, that would be fabulous.
Bro, we
Fullbacks,
don't
I'm
know what
going.
Carl's
If he's fully fit, Reece James. I'm sorry, if Carl Walker says you're the best, if Carl Walker says you're quality, chances are you're quality.
Yeah, he is Reece James is quality, but he's had a lot of injuries. So
Yeah.
and
No, I'm
he's
saying
probably-
if he can stay injury free.
yeah, but he's getting back to that fitness.
Did he get called up for the Euro squad? I don't think he did he?
No, he's not. in-
Left back, I'm going to go with.
Oh, Luke Shaw, bloody hell.
No, I'm trying to stay away from him.
Stay away from him, man. Stay away from him, please.
You know
he's gonna
what?
get in.
Levi Colwill.
No, Trippier, man. What about Trippier?
Can he play at left back?
Kieran all day long. Are you crazy?
Can he play
Huh?
at left back?
Yeah, Trippier can play left back, yeah.
Yeah.
He can, but he's more of a
I
right
remember,
back.
Ellie,
Wilson.
Ellie, you should know this better than both of us.
No, he's a right back.
Yeah.
He can
Because
play
we bought him
He can
to
play on the left
replace
as well.
Carl Walker. He was in Carl Walker's position,
he
right back.
Midfield.
Yeah.
Midfield. Trent's gone in midfield for me.
Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and James Maddison.
So no Trent.
I wouldn't play Maddison myself. He's played
Trent can
pants
hold
for
bench.
Spurs.
Trent can hold. I'll play Trent, Rice. Wow, how is this gonna work? Bloody hell.
I
got
would
so
play
many mid-
Cole Palmer,
Yeah, we got
100%.
Trent, Rice,
Oh, I forgot
Bellingham.
about him. Cole
Trent,
Palmer.
Rice, Bellingham.
Yeah, sorry, Ellie, I'm dropping James. Cole Palmer.
Yeah, James Maddison's not as good as Cole Palmer.
You know what? Yeah,
Well,
fair play to Southgate.
On form,
The front,
he's,
so
but
I want
he's
to hear
not a good
everyone's front
front.
three. Chat, get involved. I'm going to give mine first.
Yeah,
Saka, Kane,
yeah.
and Sancho. He's had a good season with Dortmund.
Oh, Ress's face was priceless for that. I was waiting
Rest
for you to
was
say that.
Yeah.
What has
fine.
Rashford done
Left
with United?
Rest
What
was
the hell
getting
is in
boxed
that
with
drink?
that
Honest.
guy.
Nippon?
What has
What
Rashford
is
done
that?
with
What is in
United?
that drink of yours, mate? Bloody hell.
Apart from
It's
stat padding a
they
trophy.
I think Phil Foden plays basketball. I think he plays basketball now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, Phil Foden. Sorry.
No. You said Sancho. We're sticking to that. Front three. My front three is Foden, Kane, Saka. But I want Palmer. Where's Palmer going to play? Palmer can probably play Cam
He'll
though.
play a false 9 or a number 10.
I
He's
think
very good
we
in
should
that
try
role.
out without Kane. You know, I think play without Kane. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
I don't think so, Arrest.
Yeah.
You're playing with the top striker in the world.
He's a
who scored
bottler. Ellie, he's a
43
bottler.
goals.
Ellie, he's a bottler.
Yeah, maybe he is, but he scores goals. I hope he doesn't bottle in the
Ellie.
final. Yeah,
Ellie,
I agree.
what's your front
with
three?
Arrest. I agree with Arrest. Kane, Foden, Saka, fantastic. Because Foden has had the most tremendous season. So has Kane, 43 goals, I think he scored in the Bundesliga. Right.
Yo.
Top striker. But the other players in his team decided not to play to their normal standard. But Bayer Leverkusen, they whipped everybody.
They bought that final, man. Bloody
Bayer
hell.
Leverkusen, they bottled it against Atalanta. But every team's going to have their, off day. But that Foden, Kane, and Saka, that would be a fantastic front
Three is
three.
good.
Yeah.
You need to be creating chances for a strike.
Come on, Lottie, give us your front three.
Nothing would change. I'm sorry. The first name out of those three is Bukayo Saka, Foden, and unfortunately Harry Kane. I've got no choice in that department. Huh?
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, I'd rather Saka not play because he's had to play so many minutes over the last couple of seasons. He needs a rest, but that boy likes to play a ball, so I can't take that away from him.
He's that little kid who plays in the park, plays at the back of his house. You know, he oozes football, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, no, I know. I've told you the story about the Wimbledon game. Him, and Smith Rowe were benched, and you could see them saying, "Oh, we do this, and that, and that, all that, and the other," just from the side. And it's just like, as much as I want Southgate to not play Saka or Rice, he's going to play him because they're two of the best players there.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Rest, what are you smoking?
He's
What are
smoking
you
something.
smoking?
Hey, Lou.
No, I'm
Absolutely
sorry.
not.
That's an L.
Absolutely not. Go and get
Okay.
stuffed. Absolutely go and get stuffed.
Is he smoking the
Ellie, are you
reaper?
with me on that one?
I am Arsenal's biggest
What?
hater on this show. Maybe bar Ellie.
Come on, man.
And that's a howler.
No, but I appreciate good
We're still in
football.
pre-season as well, man. Mainly Boston Rice as well.
Look, we're biggest rivals. There's banter, there's maybe a bit of hate or whatever, right, among some fans. But that's the rivalry for you. But if I do appreciate good
that's how it
football, and
is.
if an Arsenal player scores a good goal, if it's against Spurs, I don't appreciate it. But if it's against other teams, you have to applaud it because they've played well. You know, you didn't win nothing,
look,
but you played well.
Look, I would never look. I hate Arsenal. You know how much. You know I hate
I
Arsenal.
know you do. I know you do, Lippon. I think you're.
I can feel the hate all the way
But
from
when
North
it comes
London.
when it comes to
Eddie.
country, and they pull on that Three Lions jersey, all that goes out the window, and I want them to do well.
Absolutely.
Nippon, you're a closet Spurs fan. How much you hate Arsenal? I think the Spurs fans that don't hate Arsenal
hate them as much as you do.
I don't like the fact that they came to North London. Why didn't they stay in South London, the Gooners? Because they were called Style Square. Your first name? Yeah.
Yep.
Woolwich.
To be fair, Ellie.
We gave
To
you
be
our
fair,
plan
Ellie,
for 2 years.
To be
Lottie.
fair, I'm going to give you a bit of history lesson. You guys are from Middlesex. Middlesex wasn't a part of London until 1963. We moved from South London to North London before you were a part of North London. So that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no,
That statement does not make sense.
Okay, right. So you say that, but we're nearer to North London than anywhere near Woolwich because you started from Plumstead, which was a parish.
You weren't a part of North London in the first place. So argument goes out the window.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, you were further away from us, so we're nearer to North London. So we're
agreed. But we were here.
And also, my brother Louis, who is Drew Lala's dad. I don't know if you've heard of my niece, but he played for Middlesex County, and the Middlesex County used to play their cricket in Tottenham, and then those boys were from Tottenham who started the club. They were like, what's his name, Bobby Buckle, and Harry Hotspur. They were both Tottenham people. So, and Harry Hotspur was a landowner. The only reason the boys started it in Middlesex because it was a cricket club. But once we became a football club, we moved to North London, and it was just like it's like me. If I go to Tottenham's ground now, I'm only 3 miles away. Yeah, so I'm very close, and I'm in Middlesex County, but it's classed as North London now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it has been for the last
quite a long time.
Years?
Yeah, quite a long time. But they just recently changed the boundaries. It has been part of it, North London.
But they've always changed. They've always changed the boundaries. I mean, you can say that argument for the Chelsea Fulham ones. Do you know what I mean? We all argue that they're all is that Chelsea's in the London Borough of Fulham.
Yeah, it's true.
It changes. It changes every couple of years. So 1 minute they're not, 1 minute they are. It's just mad.
I thought Chelsea were in the London Borough of Westminster. aren't they?
I think they were in full. I'm not 100% sure,
I think they are
but
because Chelsea
the
was in
line,
the West
they're right on the
area.
line, and it changes every couple of years.
Yeah, yeah, because they changed the borders. Anyway, it doesn't matter where you're from, it's how you develop
Yeah.
your football club. And once you'd moved to our patch as such, you did go on to win a lot of trophies in the 1930s.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and nobody really, no, Spurs and Arsenal weren't good in the 40s. And we won one cup in the fifth. No, we won two cups. 1949-50, we won the second division, and in 1950-51, our push and run side, which a lot of teams modelled their football on our push and run side, and we won the league. That my dad said our push and run side was better than our 60-61 side. Yeah.
Wow. That's saying something because you won the league.
My dad doesn't say things lightly because he watched both teams, right? And he said they were more talented. Ron Burgess was a great player. So was Bill Nicholson was in our 1950-51 league championship, and he brought us up as a player as well. So that I think, you know what, if you get a Yorkshire manager, you do well. All Yorkshire managers have done well in the league.
Yeah.
Like Brian Clough from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
I know. I think he's from Tyne Tees. No, I think he's from Middlesbrough, which is Yorkshire. It's part of Yorkshire Borough. Yeah. Okay. Look at Brian Clough, how fantastic a manager he was. Brilliant. Won the European Cup twice. Fantastic. You know, when the European Cup was the European Cup, because the top team from every country went into it.
Now, Nippy's changed location. Sorry, Ellie.
No, it's okay. Nippon, what have you got to say? Are you wrapping up the show?
Yeah, because I'm guessing everyone is tired.
Yeah, we are a little.
I think that's all covered for the end of season review. And before we wrap up, where can we find you all? Who wants to go first?
Okay. Go on, Lottie.
Queens can go first. Queens first.
Oh. Okay, well, you can find me at Eltel Cockerell. I've joined his forces, and then I'm going to start my own show with my cousin and my brother, and it's going to be called A Load of Ball. All right, and we're going to have lots of we're going to cover the whole of the Premiership, and then I'm going to do a show for the Spurs ladies, and I'm talking to another channel about that because I promised this other channel, the Free Spurs Boys, for Bobby Kay. Right, so I'm going to start because I really started my ladies show on Tottenham away, all right, with Stelios, but I'm not going now. I'm going to go to Bobby and we'll talk. He knows already, so he knows that we're going to talk. So it's all for next year anyway, so we've got a lot of time between now and then to organise it. So over to you, whoever wants to take the next one.
You can find me at Lottie_AWFC or on my podcast at Vic Akers Wonderland.
Nice.
The rest, where can people find you?
I like that show.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Morris Football. I haven't uploaded in a while, but I'm going to do some Euros content. And I'll be in US Italy preview soon with some Italy fans. So yeah, that's coming out soon. But yeah, that's what you can find me. And same thing, same username for Instagram and Twitter as well. Yeah, big up.
Yeah.
And you can find me.
Oh, sorry.
Go on,
Nippon.
And you can find me on all those socials ticking below. You can also find me as an occasional panelist on Worldwide Chelsea. Go subscribe to Sadiq's channel if you haven't already. Top bloke. You can also find me as a semi-regular on Football Carnage TV, ran by Grizz Khan. Big up Grizz. On his call-in show as a semi-regular caller.
You used to
And-
be on Tottenham Tantrum, was it, with Will Stewart? You used to go on there as well. Oh no,
Yeah.
what was it called? Tottenham Rants? Was it Rants something? I can't remember what it was called because it was such a long time ago. You used to be on Will Stewart's show a lot. You used to come on, didn't you?
Yeah. That's when I couldn't sleep. And I was and
like
my
most of
routine
the
was
comedy
completely
actors.
wrecked.
Yeah.
And yeah, with that
But you-
being said, I shall see you all next season for The Sixth Sense. And I shall
Lovely.
see you all next week for more for the year for some but during the year but during now and next season, look forward to transfer shows and Euros content every week, at least once a week. I'll hopefully try and get 2 shows,
Yeah.
and we will be bringing more shows in the next season as well. So stay tuned.
look forward
See
to
you all
that,
next
Nitin.
season.
Yeah. Have a good summer and enjoy the Euros, everybody.
It's coming
You
over.
too.
Yeah. And
I'm not
make
ready
sure
to jump on that boat yet.
Yeah,
but
I, I'm going off to Cyprus in September because my
Oh.
daughter's getting married over there to a lovely English gentleman called Sam
Oh.
Davison.
If we're still live.
Anyway, we
Chelsea.
out. Later.
He supports Chelsea.